So you need 36 inches. And I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer so that you can see what I'm doing. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, going to trim that off. You need 2 of these to make 2 wreaths. Then you're going to fold this in half and ensuring that your loop is just like this. You see that? And see how my my left loop is coming over, like right over top the right. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, ensuring that these 2 lay flat, and then looping it right underneath and pull the right layer. So the right side, okay? So it's just like so. So then you can move this flap back and forth. So then you're going to take the left side, loop it, and then pulling it so that it's snug tight. Now, when you know that you've done it wrong, you won't be able to pull the string on the other side. Okay, so there's the right side. So I'm going to lay this flat again. I'm going to loop it, pull it through, and then ensuring that my right side I can pull down. So like I said, if you've done it wrong, you won't be able to pull this part tight. Okay, so work it all the way until you run out of strings. So again, so it's always left over right and right over left. Okay, see how I just pulled the left side? Okay, so and then if you don't remember which side you've done, go ahead and try pulling it and see. Okay, and then keep going until you run out of ribbon, and I'll show you at which length. I'm going to keep fast forwarding the camera, so as you can see that I'm go ahead and as you're pulling it, making sure that it's all lined up properly and that this is kind of on the tight side. Not too tight, just as long as it's all consistent. This is the hardest part of the tutorial. Take your time. I recommend even sitting down watching TV. So now you're coming down to the end, so don't worry about if one side is longer than the other, as long as you're able to tie a knot. Okay, so you're going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing a couple more loops until one end is shorter. About that short, okay, on the one side. And loop this one more time. Okay, so this piece here is about 4 inches long, approximately, okay? So what you're going to do is this end tail here, as long as you can pull it, what you want to do is now feed this through, just like so. Pull this tight, and then pull that tight, okay? Then take the longer end, and what you're going to do now is shape your wreath, and then the longest one will be going right through the top loop right here, this loop right here. Okay, so you can take your piercing tool just to make a larger hole. Slip this right through, and if it doesn't go through, then take your piercer and pierce it through. So it's going to be stubborn, so I'm going to take my piercer and force feed it through. It is a finicky piece, but in the end it's actually well worth it. So here's my loop, okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot. A double knot. Okay, so here's my wreath, and I'm going to trim off one side at an angle like this. Now, why I left that one side short is because then you don't have to trim it. Okay, so go ahead and flatten it out like so. You can spray starch it if you want, just to make it a little bit stiffer, and I'm probably going to do that since I've now said that. So I'm going to stiffen it up with my spray starch, and then all you're going to do is add rhinestones on the wreath, color it in just like I did here. Okay, all I did was I colored in the wreath, and then with the stars or the snowflakes, there's a little tab right here, like a loop right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove it with my cutter. So here's my cutter, and all I'm going to do is making sure that it's butted right to the end, and I'm pulling it. So I'm going to snip this right off. So I'm cutting off the loop, okay, and then that way I don't have a loop sticking out, and then you can take your glue dots, okay, take your glue dots and add glue dots to the top, to the back, and then rhinestones to embellish it. Now you can add 2004 if you want, or whatever signs you want on top of the Christmas house. So that is it. So I hope you enjoy this piece. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me at liz.holloway@gmail.com. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.